Hello, and welcome to my thoughts while standing in the queue. The other day, I was eating a very boring and very healthful breakfast when I remembered the joy that I felt when my mother served me my very favorite cereal, Rice Krispies. I would look at the little kernels as they danced and sang and snapped and crackled and popped, and I thought there was a little person inside each one of those kernels that said, "Eat me, eat me, eat me," and I would smother the cereal with lots of sugar and tons of full fat milk and gobble it down, knowing that it was the most delicious and happy and entertaining breakfast food I could possibly have. Turns out that those Rice Krispies, not to mention my other favorite, which was puffed rice, is filled with arsenic that was destroying my nervous system and making me susceptible to cancer. Who knew? And then there was soap. I used to love taking a bath with ivory soap because it floated, and it would float right across the bath water with my little rubber ducky, and it would look like sort of they were having a little game. And I thought there was a magic fairy in there that was in my soap, making me clean and shining and sweet and fresh. Turns out that soap is the worst thing in the world for your skin. It shrivels you up and it makes you look like a prune. What a terrible discovery. And then there's Teflon. I used to spend hours scouring the pots and pans that were the result of my mother's careless cooking, because she fried and baked and kept things in pots and pans until they were overdone, and I had to scrape out the effluvia that was left. And then came Teflon. All of us were absolutely thrilled. We ran out, got rid of all our cast iron pans, and substituted Teflon pans for them. And washing up was a breeze. However, within 3 months of using the Teflon, the dog could no longer have puppies, and my father's organ did not rise and fall as it should. My mother was thrilled with the latter result, but the dog was devastated. And then there's odors. Our house was an assault to the nose. You'd walk in there and you'd smell gefilte fish, cigarette smoke, or cannabis so much you could barely breathe. And we discovered Airwick. Wonderful. We went and bought it, put it in the kitchen, put it in the bathroom, and put it in my sister's barn because she was the one that used the cannabis. And the place smelled fresh and minty and lovely. Within months of doing that, all of us were coughing and sneezing, and our respiratory systems were shot to hell because the fumes from the Airwick were even worse than the fumes from the gefilte fish, the cigarette smoke, and the cannabis. So I say, why not go back to old-fashioned remedies? Let's open the windows. Let's scour with baking soda. Let's use witch hazel to clean our skins. But when it comes to breakfast cereal, I don't know. I think maybe a little arsenic can't hurt you if it's going to sing and dance. And thank you so much for joining me in my thoughts while standing in the queue.